What is up, everybody? I'm your legendary commander, and welcome to Fade to Silence. This is a game that came out April 30th of this year, 2019, and, well, I had seen this game a long time ago, kind of shelved it, because I wasn't going to touch it as it's early access, didn't know anything about it, and, it came out of early access, and I was like, oh crap, I remember this game. I wanted to play it. So here we are, we're going to play it. Now, I wanted to go ahead for this first episode, give you full real reactions through the game as I played it. Unfortunately, my mic came unplugged. So everything I did was useless. And my mic has the astounding ability to just unplug just a little bit. And meanwhile, I hear sound, but I don't know my mic is not working. So maybe I should check my mic a little more before I start videos. But, you're ahead of yourself. You get excited, you want to play. So we're going to go ahead and start this. Definitely some weird buttons to press here. It looks like I'm in a console version of the game versus an actual PC version. So the settings are a little weird here because you have to hit the arrows to swap it over left and right to get to the different settings. This first one is just settings for your attacks and all that good stuff. Getting over to the graphics were already predetermined to be at max, although from the title screen it doesn't look like it is anywhere that good. And I would definitely say it's not top-notch graphics, but the graphics aren't too bad. The cutscenes and everything are just more or less misleading. I do highly recommend turning down your audio settings, sound effects, and music down to 50% because this game is blaring. So they have us pick our difficulty here, and I really thought they were going to make us like pick Snowflake for like if you're a Snowflake and you can't play the harder version, but no, apparently left is Explorer, right with the Snowflake is the harder version, and I always play games on the normal difficulty, not the Explorer mode. I want to play the game for the real game, and so that's what we're going to do here. Now, when you first stand back and look at this game, you get a very Horizon Zero Dawn-ish vibe. Well, it's definitely not Horizon Zero Dawn, I promise you that. In some ways, it's like a Dark Souls game, just in survival mode. And you might be like, well, how is that? This has nothing to do with Dark Souls. Well, I don't know just yet, but as of the beginning of the combat, I really felt as a defensive player where I would let the enemy strike and then I would take advantage of their misstep and go in and do my part. However, the whole game is, I have yet to grasp a real understanding of it yet.
Cold, pale flesh, a feast for maggots. But the maggots have to wait. I'm not finished with you. Not yet. You failed. I triumphed. A new cycle begins.
So I do want to say cutscenes are not that beautiful at all. They're actually misleading to the rest of the game because the rest of the game pretty much holds up on its own. Is it perfect? No, but I think this game is more of a indie developed game than not so much of a, I don't know if it was indie developed, but it was definitely not no AAA title. So when you stand up as a character, they're going to give you a basic tutorial, and you'll notice these little pots around you, and then there's some on fire. The ones that are on fire are the number of lives you have, so I'm guessing you have a total cap of whatever the number of pots you have around you. However, you always spawn back here when you die. At least so far, that's what I've done, and I've died twice. So it might seem like he's helping you at first, but the truth is he's not. He's waiting for you to die. That's what he really wants. And so he's not a friend of yours, even though that's what it seems like in the trailers and everything, and how you keep waking up. He's there. No, not here. So the game directs you to your survival book. It's one of the first things it tries to, and basically it has breakdowns of how to use your characters, your settings and everything, so you don't have to, I guess, hit the escape button. It tells you how to walk, all that stuff. It's basically your tutorial book. But it only works for things that you've discovered, so it's a way to look back on things if you happen to forget how to do something. Now your main passage is blocked at first, and the other two can't go through as they look like they're collapsed or walled off, so there's only one way to go. And so we go down here and we can see that there's some sort of weapon or something glowing. It's on fire. Well, it's just a torch, but it's the beginning weapon, so let's go get it, right? Alright, not too bad. buttons are a little weird. F is to jump in this game, whereas most of the time F is to grab things. And spacebar is to roll. So for combat, it's in a good position. However, it's not in a good position when you're trying to jump.
Fight. But know this. When the last flame goes out, there's no more resistance.
So what he's telling you there is when those flames go out, you die and you have to restart the entire game. There is no save game in this game. You cannot save, so anybody who's wanting to save, you might want to be able to go to the exploration. The game saves on its own. It knows when you die, so there's no you loading back to correct something. Whatever you do is your own mistake, as we're going to see in this playthrough. I'm probably going to start a new game myself and redo some of this stuff because I've already done some terrible work. Having a torch out burns out over time, so try to maintain not having it out forever. But doesn't hurt to have them out. And you might notice this music. This music, in my opinion, is kind of a little overreacting in some cases.
Destroy. No one remains. You are alone, sinking in a sea of corruption. I'll soon drown you.
Alright, so right here, I'm going to try and give you my best real-world reactions. So far, it's like, okay. Run out. Alright, everything looks clear. Let's go. Oh, shit, what the fuck is that? Alright, let's go, motherfucker. Alright, come on, you're a little slow, aren't you? Roll. Swing. Motherfucker blocks. Alright. See, already a defensive Dark Souls kind of stance. How you like that, motherfucker? A heavy strike. Notice the heavy strikes always seem to get through, so that's a great one to use on them. However, it does drain your stamina, so you really only get one good strike before you're pretty much out. You need to roll out using the last of your stamina, or be left with no stamina and not able to run. One thing it tries to teach you is taking damage when your stamina is out actually hurts you more, as when you get hit when you've got a lot of stamina, it doesn't hurt you very much. But when you're out, you start to really feel it. So it is best practice not to run out of your stamina, which I have a major problem with because I keep depleting that stamina bar. A lot of defensive walk back, let him make his move here. Now you don't have to, but I highly am up for that. I'm a very defensive player in Dark Souls, and so that has always proven well for me. However, I do also tend to overextend sometimes. Not this time, though. Alright, cool. We got that guy killed. Did he drop anything? No, nothing at all. What the fuck? Another one? Oh. I don't know. Should I walk? He's chasing me. Alright. I guess I was supposed to take that. Oh. What the fuck am I supposed to get past this? Alright, just run. Alright, cool. What? The fuck are you? Alright, come on. No. Alright. Come on. Alright, what the hell? He's too fast for me to get him this way. What the hell? Yeah, over. No. God damn it. Sit still for a minute. Alright, I think I have a plan. Alright. Heavy strike. Fuck you, motherfucker. That's how you handle that shit. And hit that. And now, see, I don't know what I'm doing here. Absolutely no idea. What's the arrow, the thing? I don't know. Oh, I'm supposed to click. I just realized that. So I click because the resistance is going to fight me to prevent me from cleansing the statue. I don't know what happens if I would have failed, but that explains it.
I saw the light.
Got it.
Up there.
See, we're all learning.
I hate those awful things. Why wouldn't they just leave us alone?
It's all right. I'm here now. Nothing's going to hurt you.
Promise you won't leave me alone like that again, Dad.
Allie, I have to go find supplies. We're low on food and firewood.
Remember seeing the cargo ship? In the mountains? I bet that's full of supplies.
It's too far right now, Allie. We'll just have to make do.
Now, you're going to see your fair share of some pretty bad acting here in the beginning. I don't think they fixated too much on the cutscenes. It feels... Actually, the cutscenes themselves feel like they're really old school. And it just almost feels like I'm back in maybe the PlayStation 2 era when voice acting and movements weren't perfect. Which that might be fine because the rest of the gameplay is not bad. So now we're talking about the sight. The sight is basically a ability to see things like if you're playing The Witcher, it's your Witcher sight. If you're playing something else, it basically just highlights things. Definitely helps out. I don't know if it does any bad effects by using it. So far, I've just used it. It also talks and tells you how to pull out your torch here. Just left click to pull out your torch. Q to put it up. So all we gotta do is do just it's a quick tutorial. Pull out the torch, put it up. Now there you go. You've managed to figure this out. Now you can walk over to your stash to the left, and there's the burn barrel to the right, which is your place to store wood to burn. Anything else you'll want to store in the inventory of the stash here. That way, to preserve as much firewood as possible, only burn what you need to. So I'm an absolute hoarder when it comes to resources. I grab everything. Definitely grab everything and store it away, or use it for crafting if you already can craft with it. At this point, crafting isn't really a thing yet for me. However, you can craft at your stash. Just go up to your stash, and there's a tab for crafting. At least I believe you can craft at your stash. The only way I've actually currently crafted is when I had the burn barrel lit, and then I was able to craft, but I wasn't understanding how to craft, so definitely kind of hard to craft when the tutorial in this game is not that good overall. This game really is much like a Dark Souls tutorial, where they essentially give you the very bare minimums, and you're really wondering what is next.
Eke out a life collecting sticks and bits of rotten food. Toil without ceasing. Or just lie down in your grave, waiting peacefully for your inevitable
So
end.
there are these little stones that are out throughout the world that you can pick up. It's called a warming shard in this case. I think they're called blessing stones or something like that in general. And basically, they're these things that are supposed to help improve your abilities, your health, and all that stuff. And you keep these with you no matter what. If you die in the game, well, don't worry. It's going to help you for later game. When you die, you still keep it, and then if you die too many times and you had to restart, it's still with you, or at least that's what they tell us. So if you do happen to lose all your lives, all these things you collect, they'll be with you later, so collect them. Might as well keep them if it helps improve your gameplay later, making you stronger and more able to survive when you have to restart. I think that's a really cool concept. So essentially we have to come out here now and collect wood, which means using our site to find wood. I'm going to tell you right now, it was a pain in the ass for me to find wood. The right person probably found wood better than I did, but I'm just apparently a terrible searcher. I went pretty far before I found all my wood, and it felt like I went way further than I should have, but the game really doesn't give directions, so I don't even know. There are these little backpacks out there. You might as well go ahead and hit up these backpacks as well. Right one is your inventory. Everything on the left is the backpack's inventory. So I'm gonna run around, collect some stuff, and fill up our inventory with wood. That's the idea. Go find some wood, bring it back, and I guess build a fire so we can warm up. I wonder how long that wood is going to last, though. Is it going to last a long time, a little time? We'll find out. So there's a lot of stuff you can't do right off in the very beginning because, well, you don't really know what you're doing yet. And one is hunting. They talk about this little hunting area. Shoot the deer and claim the hunting zone. Well, kind of hard to shoot the deer when you don't have a bow. Well, if you can manage to find the resources to craft a bow, you can have a bow and you can claim this area as the hunting area. However, I do not know what that does for you at this moment. I assume it provides food, but as of this moment, no, it doesn't. So after about 10-15 minutes out there searching for wood, I managed to find all the wood I needed. Your results may vary, as maybe you find better results. I apparently went the wrong way. But you can see that a thing popped up telling me to find shelter. Alright, that's a great idea. Now where's home? I have no idea. Best to check the map right away when you play. Find out where you are located. Keep an eye on the map. M for map, you have a whole map that shows you where everything is, so keep an eye on it. This looks like home. Alright, let's go to it. I mean, there's the deer right there, right? Yes, it is home. But unfortunately, it's completely unrecognizable to me. I walk around looking like this wasn't home. My home was covered in burning buildings and like this doesn't even look right. But truth is, I happened to wander back home, but I didn't even recognize it. So be careful. You can get very well lost in this game. Make sure that you bring up a menu and bring up your map to identify where your home is in the first place. So I essentially got lost, didn't even realize I was home, and probably was safe here for the winter little blizzard. But if you notice, there is a little blue thing on the map with a little blue dot. That's supposed to be a shelter it wants you to go to while you're out there. So in this case, we have to go to this shelter, and you can also identify it by the big blue beam coming off. For all of you loot whores, no, that is not a drop. However, there may be some loot there, so go check it out. So I couldn't actually even light the torch in the blizzard. I guess the blizzard was blowing out my torch for warmth, so I could not even sustain myself with the torch for extra heat. He's really not kidding, because while you're out here, the longer you're out here, once the weather starts turning, things get a little worse for you. Well, aside from slowly dying, and you can see my health bar ticking down with its ice, you start to only be able to walk. And then on top of that, you can see things are spawning, and yet I can't run. And here it is, I'm panicking right now. I'm like, go, 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 go. Hoping whatever it is behind me leaves me alone. Now maybe they can't walk either, but even then it's still scary. Now when you find the shelter, it's normally just going to be an opening hole. I have not found a door yet that you have to actually enter. And even though you're inside shelter, you're not warm just yet. You need to actually light a fire. Now that I've lit a fire, I am warmer. But as you can see here, prolonged exposure has actually knocked out my health to just about nothing, and unfortunately I have no idea how to recover it just yet. So I go ahead and start my campfire, and I sit down. I see that there is a crafting menu. However, I don't really have the ability to craft just about anything. And then it's trying to tell me to rest, so I'm gonna have to hit that rest button here in a minute, and basically you use rest to wait out the time. As you're sitting here at the fire, your fire is burning out, and when you sleep, you also run through your fire that way as well. So you can see where it's red, that means I have no fire. Everything before the red means I have fire. You can also see what results you get as you sleep longer, so you have to be careful how long you sleep, because you could hurt yourself, and the benefits from it for like recovery from the cold, all that stuff is given to you as you wait basically, and sleeping is used as a form of waiting.
Alice! Rachel!
Dad!
Oh, thank God you're here, David. I thought we lost you in all that.
Now I have absolutely no idea what that is about, but what I can tell you is now that I'm up, the fire is about to burn out, and my new objective is to actually get out there and explore and uncover, and unfortunately, it doesn't send me home, really no direction. This is what I was talking about, a Dark Souls kind of tutorial leading campaign where it just kind of says, get out there and do it. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Now the game might be unforgiving, but in this case it was forgiving. It gave me back all the wood. It was basically the tutorial stuff, so they were like, yeah, here, take it back. Now, we made you sit down with it, waste your resources, here's it back. It's great that they did that. I'm very happy that they did that. I love it when a game doesn't make you lose resources. Kind of check out the crafting menu here. Unfortunately, I didn't get much time to look at that crafting menu as it went out right away. So No crafting at this moment. We can go back home. Should be able to craft there. But we're going to head to a gold beam. But I'm going to save that for another video. You all take care. And I'll catch you next time.